Hi, I'm Steve Wilder.
Hi, and I'm Sue Wilder, and we're welcoming you to visit the history exhibit at USC Verdugo Hills Hospital, which is composed of several panels of information from our rich history, talking about our community, the volunteers and the physicians, and taking us into the future.
As we worked on the history exhibit, it became evident that our history is really something to be proud of and that we want to share well into the future.
We had a history wall, if you will, here at Verdugo Hills Hospital, and it was just a series of pictures framed and stuck on the wall with no commentary about them or anything. You'd walk by and you might recognize a few people or whatever. But the people from USC that were coming in to do the renovations saw all of the history and found all the scrapbooks that had been preserved since before the hospital opened. And they said, these are treasures. We have to capture this. Verdugo Hills remained a community hospital nonprofit by itself for 40 years. So there's 40 years to tell. And then we have a future that we need to continue with. And so Steve and I were asked if we'd like to be involved in sharing the work on the history wall. And we jumped at the opportunity because it's a fun thing to do.
We were asked to co-chair the committee, and we said yes. And we went to the first meeting, and we were given examples of what a history wall might look like. And as we went through the process, we got into the history. And some of the history I knew. I knew Card Walker was a leader at Disney who helped found the hospital. I knew the Green family donated the land. But we had scrapbook after scrapbook. And the history of this hospital is just amazing. And the brave individuals that actually made it possible are incredible. And the further we went along this project of creating a history exhibit, the more enthused we got about the history of the hospital. And yeah, we knew it was 40 years old and we knew that some of the history, but as you look through those scrapbooks and you see the number of pioneers and leaders that stepped forward over the years to make this place a reality and to make it a continued reality during difficult times, it's really special.
I do think people will be amazed when they see the professionalism of it and how it has been captured with community, volunteers, physicians, the hospital. It's going to tell the story in a very nice fashion.
It's just so respectful of the past that we have. And I think all too often in life, pasts are forgotten and futures are focused on. And yeah, it's important we focus on the future, but it's important we remember where we came from.
I think one of the most important things is that people in the surrounding communities will realize what a fabulous facility we have with USC Verdugo Hills Hospital. And the affiliation can only bring better things to this hospital. And the fact that we want to remain a community hospital serving this community is of utmost importance.